Alright folks, how you doing? A beautiful day, is it? Gorgeous, gorgeous. So, hope you all had a good weekend. A nice bank holiday weekend. Well, I've got a few wee things I'd like to speak about. If I can spit this out. Last week, we had a bit of nursery things. No, last week, sorry, the weekend, I should say. We had a bit of nursery things, right? Now, if anybody's ever suffered with post-traumatic stress disorder, and in general just come off medication, as you battled drug addiction, been through a traumatic events in your life, trust me, it takes its toll on you. It definitely takes its toll on you. Like you take it into consideration, take this into consideration, right? You start abusing cocaine at 12 and a half years of age. 10 you're 13, 14, you're hammering life out it, right? 10 you're 15, you're doing 20, 30 G's a Friday, 30 G's a Saturday, 10 on Sunday maybe, so we come on Sunday. Then Monday, we sleep at half, Tuesday, rough. And then back to square one, Wednesday, Thursday, and that continues, day in, day out. 7 days a week, 365 days a year, apart from the days off, the odd day off, not very often. So anyway, we're still in recovery, so I'm smashing it, I do well. I get put in a pre-Gabon back in 2017, so taking me alright, the trauma was always there in my head, but I didn't notice the trauma was there, because like I said, I signed up for that life. I craved that life at a young age, and I received my blessings. I received my blessings after the devil. Oh, he sent me the blessings, alright. And trust me, it was no fun. It was at the time, to make a lot of money, as I said before. You got that money and you hit your dog's balls. But trust me, come to a point in your life where it's no fun anymore, right? When you realise you've made all this money, but it's getting spent faster than you make it, and you end up in debt. Now, a lot of good memories, a lot of good times, but like I says, I'm not trying to promote anything that I've done in the past. I'm not trying to promote my lifestyle or glamorise my lifestyle. What I will say, it's very good at the time if that's your type of life, right? If that's what you fancy doing. If you want to take a shortcut and cheat the way to the top of the ladder, and making money business wise, then alright, do it legally. Is it worth it? No, it's not worth it. The outcomes, prison, death, enemies. Now, I'm still here, I'm not in prison, I've not got much enemies, and I'm not in prison. But I've got a lot of trauma in my head. So, getting to enough my PTSD medications, that the last couple of years there, I was able to, when things weren't going right, or things were a bit hard to handle, then I wasn't making silly choices and silly mistakes. I maybe go to the gym, or I'd go to a jog, I would do something positive. I'd turn my negative energy into positive energy, turn my negativity into positivity, okay? Turn my negative into positive. Unfortunately, in December, I get taken off my medication, my pre-Gabon, and I was no well at the Christmas period, and I started to make silly choices. So January, I taken a Class A, right? It caused a bit of bother for me and somebody, right? Then I stopped it, I made up for it. But I'm the first to admit when I'm in the wrong. But then there's other things, being personal things going on in my life, that's been holding me back for quite a lot of things. Now, a lot of opportunities has been right in front of me, ready for the taking. But when it's personal, and it's personal, it could be your, I'm not going to say who, right, what relative it is. It could be your gran, could be your auntie, could be your uncle, could be your sister, could be your fucking stepbrother, stepsister, your fucking whoever, your distant fucking granny, right, your great granny if you want, just to try and confuse folks so they know who I'm talking about here, right? When it's personal, it's different, it's different. And when you know there's not much you can do about it, it's even worse and harder, right? So last week, this year, was after a great year, positive year. I want to try and spread a positive message. Obviously, I was doing a good thing on Facebook. Sadly, the man's passed away, the guy who was behind it. I was the main face of the page, but he was the one that created the page for me. And he's been doing this stuff for years. Massive following, but it was just gave me a wee, made my page basically, and the followers came to sell. But then the page disappeared, taken down. I went and done a podcast on Facebook podcast for the COVID thing, and it got crazy amounts of views. It's only like 66 shares in like the first like hour it was like put up. posted, and sorry, within like a minute or two, if within the first hour, it'd been posted online or whatever. It was a live podcast. The numbers went well considering I wasn't a big podcaster. It was just like a wee podcast kind of guy, but he done a build up. He was doing just a random like so tonight join us live. Good evening, folks. Join us live with such and such. Just at the blue. But with me, however, because they told about me and he done a bit of research on this with certain people, then he's done a build up. So it was like me, younger, then me, a wee video of me, what about, you're younger, then a video, pictures of me, getting older, then other pictures with different people, then to go to the stage where they see me like, then like on top of the world, then they see me being at like, what my worst, then me being in a wheelchair, then they seen a video of me struggling to walk, then they saw me in the boxing ring, then they seen me training, then they seen how I managed to turn my life around. So he done a build up, so it kind of got folk talking, but then there was something I wanted jealous shit going in the background. I'm not like getting involved with that kind of stuff, whatever, if you're jealous, right? It doesn't matter. But this guy, I love this guy, PC's the guy who's still doing things. When I'm going to do this podcast, I'm going to give him a shout out. I've just been trying to wrap my head around about things. I can't go and do something when I'm in a negative place, right? I can't go into a positive podcast and be positive and spread awareness and talk about this and that when I'm in a negative place, right? Negative mindset. The one thing I can say is, right, I'll never fall back into addiction with drugs, right? But what I will say is, I've accidentally had an odd bender here and there. I'm not proud. If you don't speak about it, then you're just lying to yourself. You're right to try and be a good influencer for the time to people, then you're just lying to yourself. You've got to be honest to everybody, right? Hence the reason why I put my heart in my sleeve and I say how it is. So last week, song gets seen. It's not me being this person was, right? And apparently I'm seen walking with somebody, right? Now it could be my cousin. Doesn't matter, it wasn't me, period, right? So that was enough to make me feel that, right, wait a minute here, right? We're not together, but I'm not going to get accused of basically going, I'm not going to get into what it was, but the point I'm going to get to is, the weekend there, I went AWOL, right? A mad bender. But for every time, son, it gets really stressful in my life, I struggle to cope with it. Now, folk might say, stress of that, no, not just stress of that, right? But understand, it doesn't matter what stresses me out. When you're in recovery, and just say we're talking, say, to make it plain and simple here, or there's Snickers lying through there, right? And your best pal says, never eat that Snickers, that's my lunch tomorrow. He wakes up the following day, the Snickers isn't there. And then somebody says, I see me time eating it. But me time never ate it, but I see me time eating it. Then the person who's me time ate it. Me time's going to be really frustrated, really annoyed, right? Now that's just an example. It isn't nothing to do with stealing, obviously. I'm just an example. And me time's in recovery, I can stress me time out. I know doing that Snickers. They make away and going, do something daft, they regretted. PTSD, I've noticed. It does something to your brain where your brain just doesn't work the same way as it used to. I.e., like, some people would say, right, okay, you think it was me? Right, cool, think it was me. Leave it at that. Some other folk would be like, oh, if it was me, then it was me. But I know it isn't, but who cares? Or you get something like myself that will go their way and try and stress the person and try and explain to the person, regardless of who it may be or what it may be. But then I get to the stage where I've tried, I broke my back, I can't do any more, and then I'm like, and then before I know it, I'm high. I've let myself down £1,800 down the drain. You're like, Ken, I don't want to do that kind of stuff. That could have went to so much better use. You know, my heart can't take much more. My heart can't handle any much more abuse. I really think I'm that way for probably blow my heart up if I continue to an odd lot of spanking for it. Because I didn't just do it. Like, you didn't give me an inch, I'll take it a mile. Okay, and some people can do like a one nighter, go home. No me. I've got to blast the life out of shit. It's the way I've always been. But it's no help getting my pre-gavel medication, my PTSD medication. It's really affected me. Because like my pain, my joints, my knees, my nerves, but the nerve damage isn't that it's done by getting stabbed and fucking strapping on, Ken, it's just, so, and then just other stuff, it's like overwhelming, Ken, you don't understand who you can be, like, certain friends, like, it hurts, it's actually different when it's like a best friend, and you've been there for them through thick and thin, and you're supportive towards them, and the simplest wee thing can like really like, they can switch on you. Sometimes it's like, when folks say like somebody's getting backstabbed, it's like just getting, it's like, it's not a backstab, it's just getting stabbed through the front, right in the stomach, it's different. So, now, I've vowed to myself, I've got a journal again, remember I used to always stress folk, we've got a journal, pen, paper. Now I'm going back to my roots, now I had to go back to square one. I had to get writing earlier on, I had to write stuff down, and recovery starts today. I'm not on nothing just now, or yesterday, or the day before, but I'll be straight up. When I made a mistake, I'll put my hands up, it's the only way forward. And hopefully somebody's watched this video at the end, you can see what I've just said here. And because I know all of them, it's going to be quite a long time for YouTube. But listen, there I made a mistake at the weekend there. Friday night, I made a massive mistake. I've been staying great again. I was doing absolutely fantastic. And only 10 for one misunderstanding, one misidentification, if that's the right word, and one misunderstanding in a conversation. And then boom, the firework went right off my head. Then £1,800 in the drain. Felt depressed all weekend because of what I'd done on Friday night. Just sat with man, a mucker Scott. And I, here I'm all day, admitting to my sins on Friday night. But anything else, I've nothing to sin for. I know God watches every move I make. I'm a great believer in God. I'm a great believer in the creator of the universe. I love manifestation. I love speaking the truth. I love spreading awareness. And now, I've got my daughter back out again. I'm going to be praying for the night. I stopped praying there. I was listening to manifestation music. I was listening to like all the frequencies, all good positive stuff in my life, and even I can bounce. My bounce back is crazy good, right? I could be in the worst place ever. I could look the worst ever, and then I can realise it, and I can bounce back in style. I could be the brokest person in the world. Then I put a mind to it. The money comes like river, the money just flows back in. So I don't stress too much. Hustlers don't get stressed. Hustlers just work it out. And that's exactly what I've got today. So anybody that's suffering from PTSD or any other mental illness, addiction, I pray for these. I genuinely, when I pray for us all, and I hope we can all pull through it. And everybody else is out there struggling. Then listen, if you watch my videos, you just believe in yourself. I believe in myself. If you guys believe in yourself, nobody else got to believe in you. So, if you made a mistake that weekend there, or you made a mistake today, then this is the chance tonight. You wake up, you say tonight, I got my bed tonight, I'm going to wake up and I'm a different person. I'm not going to be who I was on Friday night. I'm not going to, this Friday coming, if I get bad news on the Friday, I can tell everyone on the Thursday, I'm going to wake up on Friday and say, no, I got bad news yesterday. But I'm going to turn that bad news, I'm going to accept that bad news, I'm going to turn my old ways into the new way, the new me, the positive me. Because I went off to a great start this new year. And then slowly but surely, bit by bit, I was crumbling. I've realised it now. And now it's time to pull through. And I'm going to just smash it. I'm not going to, there's other things out there that's going for, it could possibly be going for me. And I pray it does. So far, I let myself go there. I'm not going to lie, I let myself go there. I've realised it now. I did say this year it's going to make or break me completely. I said before I turn 35 next January, I'm going to be made and I'm going to be broke. Make it or break it. I'm going to make it. I was doubting myself there for a couple of months. I'm not doubting myself anymore. Even though today it's like none's changed much, apart from mindset. But that's what all begins. Love you all. Peace out. Mwah.